School dorm ghost. When I was an elementary school student, I attended a school in the Kanto region that was attached to a university. This story is from that time. That sure was a long time ago. Yeah, it was pretty long ago. It was during the war. Next to that elementary school there was a dorm for the university students. It was a building that, even at the time, looked like it might be torn down at any moment and all the paint was peeling off. One day, I was walking home with my friend Ogawa-kun, who said, "Apparently, there's a ghost of a student who lives in there." No way. There is. Look, that room on the corner of the second floor. Nobody lives there, right? The door is boarded shut as well. But sometimes, you can see a face looking out of that window. It's just somebody who went inside. My big brother, he has known about it for a while, and he said that because I'm in the 4th grade now, he can tell me about it. Nervously, I looked up at the problem room on the second floor. It really was strange. All the other rooms had things like stuffed animals, pants, socks, etc. Signs of life. But that room alone had the window shut and looked empty. Almost like that room alone existed in another world. It was creepy. Then Ogawa-kun told me all sorts of rumors. A university student in that room apparently hung themselves and died. Another day, Ogawa-kun told me something else. He died in there after decorating the window with red flowers. On that railing, see? That was surprising. I mean, it was a male student, right? Yeah, but apparently that's what happened. Apparently, he got rejected. What does that mean? A girl didn't like him back. Ha! He died over that? He should have just found someone else, I said, and Ogawa-kun laughed. Before long, Ogawa-kun returned with another story. My brother's friend said he saw it. It was pretty dark, but he saw a man's pale face in the window. His hair was all messy. In the end, we decided to form an expedition party. It was just us two. Lots of other people would likely want to join us, so we made it our little secret. On the day, we threw our bags through the gaps in the fence and then made our way towards the dorm. Quietly, sneakily, stealthily, we stepped inside. When we reached the entrance, nobody was there. They were all at class. We took our shoes off and then quietly climbed the stairs while holding them. "This way," Ogawa-kun beckoned, and then, finally, we reached the room in question. So it's true. We couldn't move. It wasn't a regular door like we have now, but rather a sliding door, and it was nailed shut with thick nails. But as though that alone wasn't enough, there were also thin boards covering it too. Scared, we gazed at them. Ogawa-kun turned and started running. I followed. We almost tumbled down the stairs, and when we got outside, we ran barefoot back to the fence, and then, finally, put our shoes back on. I can't explain very well just how scared we were at the time. It was like someone was coming towards that cold, blocked door that smelt like death. A short while later, that dorm burnt down. Lots of people saw it, even us elementary school kids. And right as it burnt down, we all saw a figure standing by the window of that room. Everyone saw it. But I didn't learn the truth of that room until I started university myself. I heard it by chance from a professor. He said that the student was a spy who got caught. Apparently, he published a poetry magazine. Around the start of the war, no, even after that, he was scared to publish that magazine. "I'm not a spy," he said, putting up a fight. But they hit him, kicked him, hung him upside down, filled his mouth with water, and did all sorts of terrible things to him. "This is the proof that you're a spy," the police said. "What is?" the student said, spitting up blood. "You put the red flowers in your window, right? We know that's how you spies contact each other." Injured and starving, that student was finally allowed to go home. Stumbling, he went to town and bought a flower pot. Then, I don't know what flowers he bought, but at any rate, they were red. He put those flowers by the window railing, and then he died.